good evening, and welcome to Livestream number 90, October 31st, 2022. How are you tonight? Well, stick around because don't be afraid, because you might just have some fun tonight, and nothing to be afraid of here. Let's change this. We can't have that going on too long. There, turn off my headlight. Well, that was fun. I didn't really have much prepared for that opening. I kind of threw that together at the end. You know me, I'm always throwing things together right at the end. That's what I do. I get creative like in the last half an hour. I'm like, you know what I should do? I should make a little opening, and I should do something with the lights, and I should, do something scary. That's what I thought. Anyway, that's what you get when a guy prepares 30 minutes in advance. Not bad, though, huh? You know what I did? All right, here's what I did. The lights, right? How did I do the light trick? Well, I ran an extension cord to my light system up there, and I ran into a power strip here and just stepped on the power strip, see? So we can go like, woo, like that's scary, and then turn the lights back on with my foot down there. Hey, everybody. Welcome, and I'm really glad you're here. I didn't expect too many people to be here tonight because, Halloween, trick-or-treating, a lot of you guys have kids, and you might, even if you don't have kids, you might be providing the tricks or the treats for the tricks, so to speak. So thought you might be tied up. But alas, many of our regulars are here, and thank you for being here, Ross and Chris and John. Are you going to be here, John? Because I know you got the girls, and I don't know if you have trick-or-treat night there in Minnesota tonight. Some of the towns around here actually had trick-or-treat night over the weekend, so... But our town has trick-or-treat night tonight, right now. It's probably over. Well, yeah, it's getting dark. Probably over. But we don't have to worry about that because we're out here in the country and nobody ever comes to our house for trick-or-treat night. Used to be like the kids would have friends or the nieces and nephews would come by. But that's it. That's it for around here. So... that's Halloween at this house. Hello, Margaret. Happy Halloween to you. Margaret's asking a question. What is your favorite Halloween candy? You all know that one of my favorites is, of course, the Goldenberg peanut chews, because I gave some of those away one time. Remember that, David, at RCAF Polar Express? Remember I sent you some peanut chews? Well, they're a favorite. I do love the Baby Ruth, though. I love them. Reese's, I don't know. It's like I wouldn't go for them first, but when I eat them, I love them. It's all pretty good. Great question, though, Margaret. Let's talk about some things tonight. About tonight's show. First, I want to welcome you here tonight and let you know that what we talk about on these live streams generally are outdoor activities like tractors and gardening and DIY projects and living in the country and everything that goes with that. So we share that in common, and that's kind of what we talk about. I do want to say, though, if it's your first time here, please say hi in the comments. Tell us that it's your first time at the live stream. Tell us how you found the live stream. Was it YouTube? Was it Facebook? Was it Instagram or TikTok? Because we're on there now. I shared a story on TikTok yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I don't know. Doesn't matter what day it was. It was Saturday or Sunday. Regardless, I shared the story about my tailgate on TikTok. You might have seen my last video, which was entitled A Sinkhole and a Confession. That was a fun little video to put together. So I cut out the little confession part, and I uploaded that as a I think vertical TikTok video. Yeah, it was vertical. Uploaded that little section just as a TikTok video. And man, that little sucker's got like 26,000 views right now. I don't know why that picked up. Some of the other ones have like 500 views. That one's, it could be 30,000 by now. I don't know. But a lot of interaction on there and people, couple people criticizing me, most people being very supportive, because it turns out a lot of people have done that. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you even know what I'm talking about? You might not if you didn't watch the last video. You ought to go watch that video about the sinkhole and the confession. But I could spoil it for you. A spoiler alert. You want me to spoil it? Should I spoil it? Let's spoil it. So in that video, a sinkhole and a confession. Well, the sinkhole part was we had the septic system installed over the summer. Beautiful job. But it's been a really dry summer, so the dirt they filled in the holes and where they buried the pipe, everything was great. Now it's starting to rain. The earth is starting to, find its way and fill in the little gaps and whatnot. So we're getting sinkholes where they buried the pipes. Every once in a while, you'll see a little sinkhole come up, about 8-10 inches deep, whatever, however big. And so those come up, and the lawnmower gets stuck. So I filled the sinkhole in with the tractor. Somebody pointed out I could have used a shovel and a wheelbarrow, but what fun is that? So yeah, I use the tractor with the front end loader because you have a tractor, you might as well use it. That's the motto, right? Isn't that what we all think? We do think that way. Filled in the sinkhole. Fun little video thing. Then cut to me standing behind the truck, offering up my confession of the week, of the month, of the year. And that confession was I was pulling my utility trailer, hooked up my utility trailer. I left the tailgate of the truck open. I had taken something out of the back, moved it, got back in the truck, forgot to close the tailgate. Terrible thing to do. Get this, though. It's the second time I did it. I just had the truck fixed a month ago. Brand new tailgate, insurance claim, all that stuff. And I just couldn't believe I did it again. So that's the confession. That's the spoiler alert. You ought to still watch that video, though. But that's what happened. And it turns out I definitely am not alone. A lot of people have done that and worse. So, hey, Jim, thank you for that in Churchville, New York. Found us on YouTube. Good to hear. Welcome, Jim. All right, I'm looking at comments right now. Oh yeah, that was good, Chevhead. There was that you in the comments or other people that the grapple has a kickstand. My Land Pride grapple. I don't know if other grapples have this, but the Land Pride grapple that I have, which is the 60-inch SGC0660 is the Land Pride grapple model number. When you remove the grapple from the tractor, it has actually two kickstands. Did you catch that? I only showed one in the video, but there's actually two, one on each side, and they flip down, and that way the grapple stays standing up. Some people had said they didn't even know that existed, and they were sticking blocks under there to hold the grapple up when they took it off, and they saw the video and like, holy cow, there's a kickstand there hidden in the, tucked away. So you're welcome for that. I'm glad that I was able to show that to you. So it makes a world of difference, right? Pretty nice. I'm seeing some complaints here from M9 about the video lags, but then Chevhead Ed says the video and audio are fine there. So you should head over to Chevhead Ed's house and watch from there, I guess. So, you were one of the commenters. Got it. Great. Okay. Nice. So, let me look at this a second. Got it. Great. Yep, it's in sync here on my laptop, which is beaming up to wherever and then coming back down, whatnot. So yeah, what else are we going to talk about here? Hey, if you would, give the video here a thumbs up as you're watching tonight. Appreciate that. If you're on YouTube, just flick that little thumbs up button. And you can thumbs up on Facebook too. We're live streaming to Facebook and YouTube. So for those of you who are new to the live stream, you might be watching on Facebook, you might be watching on YouTube. We are live streaming simultaneously to both platforms at this very moment. So some people are watching from Facebook, and most people are watching from YouTube probably. Anyway, clicking that thumbs up is much appreciated. We are going to do a sticker giveaway later, and we're doing tonight, because it's trick-or-treat night, we're doing the full package of sticker giveaways tonight, including this one up front, which is one of the little original stickers. It might be the last one. I'd kind of dig through the drawer to find these guys when I do this giveaway, because I haven't reprinted these. I'm probably not going to, because they're smaller and it's redundant. I don't need it. Anyway, you're going to win all 4 of these tonight, and it's open to everybody. So even if you already won, you get to draw again. How about that? We'll do that. And then during the show, if you have a question, like you saw Margaret do earlier, you start out in the live chat and you have to type the word question followed by your question, and that just really works pretty well. Pretty well. I'm gonna look at some comments here, and then we're gonna chat some more. This is what's the word? Open forum. That's it. Which means I can talk about anything I want. I always have a problem remembering that term, open forum. I always want to say open range, but that's not right. It's open forum. So the other thing is, if you do ask a question and I don't see it, I'm not ignoring you. They go by and I don't see them. So feel free to cut and paste the question again, and I'll try to answer it if I want to, if it's appropriate. Oh, this is like watching. Oh, so the lip sync is off where you are too. I can't do anything about that. That's got to be an internet thing. I don't know why that would be. So apologize for that. That's got to be annoying, right? Maybe just close your eyes and listen to it like a podcast. I don't know why that would be. So yeah, it's working over there. Right there it's working. And it's not just jumping 1 foot. It's jumping however that internet works. So I hope a lot of you are doing okay with the audio sync and whatnot, because I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry. What you could do, I don't know if it would work or not. Click off, close your browser, and open it back up again. Come find us again. We'll wait for you. Go ahead. Okay, they're gone. Now we can talk. All right. Oh, thanks. I shouldn't have mentioned it. It wasn't annoying at all, and didn't notice until others mentioned it. Well. All right. So anyway, we're gonna chat about some things. This is just a bunch of fun. This is all it is. If you have questions, please ask them, because that maybe makes it more. Maybe that makes it more valuable for your time if you ask a question and I can answer it. Don't ask me any difficult questions, because I am not a professional anything. When it comes to the channel, you see a lot that I do with the Kubota B2601 compact tractor. I can tell you my experience with it. I'm certainly not in any way, anything other than a guy who has one and have some experiences. So not a professional anything. So, but happy to talk about it. We all learn from each other. When you ask me questions, I learn from you. That's how that works. That is how that works. I thought until then. Let's see. Okay, there's some questions. Question from me is, what is your favorite scary movie? I was just talking about this with some folks today at the job site, basically. I'm not really into scary movies, but when I thought about it, I started naming off some of my favorite scary movies. Talked about, of course, Halloween, the original Halloween. I was a kid when that came out. That was scary. That was nothing scarier to me than Michael Myers. I think that's one scary character. And somebody brought up today The Exorcist, the original Exorcist movie. That was scary. Again, I was a kid with all these movies, so that was scary, The Exorcist. And then there was one more that, the Amityville Horror. I saw that in the theaters, probably in the 80s. I saw that in the movie theater, and Amityville Horror was frightening to me as a young person. Other than that, I'm not really into scary movies. I would probably pick a comedy or a documentary over any of that, or a murder mystery. I like real killing, not that made up stuff. I like those real murder mysteries. What is our infatuation with that? You notice all the Datelines, and they're all murder shows. Like, what are we doing? It's crazy. Crazy indeed. There's a tractor question from Jeff. Mainly work. What is the one attachment beside your loader you would pick for your tractor? That's a great question, Jeff. It's hard to pick just one, but I would say my favorite front end attachment with the front end loader and the bucket is my grapple. I love me some grapple. I mean, it is a good piece of equipment. It is so darn handy. I love using it every time. So, if you have a front end loader with a bucket, Make sure you get the quick attach bucket so you can take it off. If you get a pin-on bucket, then you're kind of stuck with just a bucket. So get the quick attach, either the skid steers. I always have trouble with that. Skid steer quick attach, or if you have the John Deere style, they make their own type of quick attach. But the grapple, you need a third function valve too to go with that, so it's not a small investment. But I love that grapple. Also on the front end, I finally got some pallet forks, and man, they are super handy too. Everything has its own specific purpose. So I love the grapple. I love the pallet forks. I also got a stump bucket from Artillion tractor, and that is super handy as well. I don't use that as much because it's a very specific purpose, but when you need to dig just a little trench, or you need to dig out a shrub or something, you don't want to dig up that whole 5-foot wide area, that little stump bucket is super handy because you're concentrating all that power into one small space, and it's handy. So those are my favorite front end attachments. On the rear end, of course, I've got a box blade, really handy. I use that when I need it. My rototiller on the back, I love that. Of course, you use that early in the season. Really don't use it anymore after after early summer, late spring, early summer. Kind of done with the rototiller at that point. But man, that is a beautiful piece of equipment and super handy to have. But I have to say, probably my favorite rear end attachment, PTO driven 3-point attachment, is my Woodland Mills WC68 wood chipper. I love that thing, and I use that year round. Never thought I would like a wood chipper because we would always burn brush out here, and I thought, why chip it up if you can burn it? But man, the wood chipper, it's so convenient because it doesn't take long to make a giant pile of brush that you have to burn down. The wood chipper, you feed those branches in, you get this nice, beautiful chips of wood. You can lay them down for a little walking path. You can put them around trees and whatnot, and it just makes a nice little pile out of a big mess. I love that wood chipper from Woodland Mills. See, I even got my Woodland Mills hat. Not sponsored by Woodland Mills or anything, but they did send me this hat. So that's my plug for Woodland Mills. I know there's other chipper brands out there, and they may be good. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're all good. But this is what I bought, and I like it. Excuse me, little bird. I'll leave that there. That's fine. So you guys, you folks can let Jeff know what your favorite attachment is on your tractor. I've got a brush hog, bush hog, a finish mower. They all have their purpose, and it all depends on what your needs are, for sure. Like David here is saying about the rear snowblower. A lot of guys have a front snowblower, and if I needed it, I'd love to have a snowblower on the front of the tractor, but I really don't want to have a reason to have one. I'm happy to not have a lot of snow. So, and keep in mind when I say a lot of guys, I'm being general, like people. I know there's a contingency of the female persuasion who watch here, and as we say, all are welcome here at the channel. And I'm happy to see, I look at my analytics, and I don't know how it knows. I guess when you sign up for Facebook or not Facebook, YouTube, maybe it gives you the option to enter your gender. So for those who have entered it, we're up to like 5%, maybe it's 9% now of female viewership. Where early on when I started the channel, it was like 100% male, and I like me some diversity. So to everybody here, it's redundant to say I'm glad you're here, but I really am. So, well, speaking of females, Barbara has a question. Any suggestion on what to do when you have a bad motor in your garage door opener, but no one wants to fix it unless you buy a new garage door? Well, listen, I don't understand that. I don't understand why somebody would want to sell you a new garage door. I can't, you may have to buy a new garage door opener because the motors might not really be replaceable, or it might not be economical to replace just the motor, but they ought to certainly just replace your opener and not try to sell you a new door. Unless your door is bad. I mean, my suggestion to you would be get multiple opinions and see what they say. If you get 3 proposals and every one of them is saying, "Hey, this door really needs to be replaced," that might be the fact. They might be telling you the truth. But just like your doctor getting a second opinion, get a second opinion on your door. Get multiple. That's what I would say. But a new garage door opener should be the first step. Hope that helps. Not tractor related, but it's outdoorsy kind of related, DIY-ish, so to speak. Thank you, Daryl, about the tailgate. I got a lot of suggestions about how not to leave the tailgate open. And after I got the truck fixed last month, I thought, I'm not going to forget this again. Like after going through this, I didn't think I would forget that again. I couldn't believe how easy it was to forget. Probably the best suggestion I heard from someone, and again, it requires forming a habit, but this person suggested that I take the keys out of my truck and set the keys on the tailgate anytime I am working with the tailgate open, or set the keys on the bumper. That's a great idea. If I could form that habit, take the keys out, set them on the tailgate, then obviously you can't go anywhere until you see that and close the gate. So that was a good suggestion. I also looked at like sensors, if I could build something, like how alarm systems have magnetic sensors on the windows. If I could wire something up to a little dash-mounted light. And I've heard tell that the Ford Motor Company puts tailgate ajar warning lights in their trucks. Is that true? Because that's good. That's brilliant. They ought to all have that. They have door sensors. Why not have tailgate sensors? Tailgate is open. They ought to do that. Almost standard equipment. My truck has electric seats. It has a gas pedal and a brake pedal that you can push a button and they move in and out. It's got an electric rear sliding window, and it's not by means the fanciest truck, but it has a lot of options on it. That would have been a lifesaver, for sure. For sure. Looking at comments. I don't know if James is here from Killing It Country, but he hit 1,000 subscribers this week. So congratulations to James over there at Killing It Country. That was good to see. Very exciting to see. Yeah, and John, definitely the other suggestion is cut the jack off, which I think it's bolted on, but take the jack off, put it in a better place, or they make these flip-up jacks where you pull a pin and it flips down. If I put that on the side of the tongue, that would have been good too. Part of me, now listen, this is dumb. Part of me thinks I don't have to do anything because part of me thinks that could never happen again. I couldn't do it again. I'll remember next time. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I think about. So thank you, everybody, for helping Barbara out there with all the suggestions and questions and whatnot. I hope that's helpful to you, Barbara. I do hope that's helpful. Hey, we're going to finish up here. By the way, some of you are new to the live stream. I only do this for an hour. We don't go on and on all night long. You don't want to listen to me that long. Wrap up by 8 o'clock. And tonight, especially, I hear tell that the Phillies are playing tonight against the Houston Astros, and it's a World Series going on here. Now, the Phillies are our local team here, and if you know me, if you know anything about me, you'll know that I'm not a sports guy. I mean, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit, honestly. And I always feel good when I meet somebody else who's not a sports person. I know most people are, it seems like, and that's great, but I just could never, ever get into it. I think it's because my mom, my wonderful mom, who you heard me talk about on the story of the Resting Oak, loved my mom dearly, best mom ever, tried to do the right thing and forced me to play Little League and hated it with a passion. I hated it so much. I mean, it was awful. I'm a sensitive guy, and they made fun of me. They would make fun of me when I was up to bat. I'd be up there, little 8-year-old me. I'd be up there holding the bat, and the kids in the outfield would say, "He can't hit. He's no good." And that's what they do. I mean, that's how kids. I don't know if they still do it now, but that was the thing in the '70s. Is that they were just like, it was like Bad News Bears. They're like, he stinks. He can't hit it. Well, I took that personally, and I never hit never hit anything. Never hit anything. Never caught anything. I think it turned me sourly against sports. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom. She tried to do the right thing. She wanted me to learn teamwork. That's the idea. Be on a team, work together. Well, that wasn't how it was with kids in the '70s. It was brutal. So that's my sports story for you tonight. So, Bob, did I see you say that you're not doing well tonight? I don't know if you were saying that or if the live stream wasn't coming across well. I don't know. I hope it's a technical difficulty on our end and that it's not you that's not doing well tonight. But if you're not, I'm sorry to hear that, and definitely thinking about you. Hey, Tony G, thanks for the announcement there. The Phillies game was postponed due to weather. I think I hear rain outside right now. I mean, we're an hour from Philly, but it rains here, it rains there, whatnot. So my point was about sports, that I don't follow sports. I am happy when the local teams are doing well. And to me, that's the Phillies, the Eagles. It's just something, it makes you feel good when you see local teams do well. Like the Super Bowl when the Eagles were there and won it. So it is exciting. It's exciting, but I'm not going to watch it or anything. Yes. But what I was saying is we'll be done by 8 o'clock regardless, because at 8 o'clock is when the Phillies were going to play. But they're not now because it's postponed, so you can do something else. You can find something else to do tonight. So, okay. I was going to, I'm looking through comments, looking through questions. Just having fun tonight. Since it's Halloween, I thought I would share some Halloween fun facts with you. Is that okay? Would that be all right if we do that? I just thought it would be fun. Let me just read a couple of these. And what I found here is a website on the internet, obviously. That's where you find websites anyway. There's all these pop-up windows open. I need to close them. So let me just read through a few of these fun facts. If you get bored by this because I'm not talking about tractors, I apologize, but, sometimes these live streams aren't for everybody. But for those of you who stick around, we know how to have fun, right? So this is my fun facts about Halloween that I am reading directly from the internet. Let's do the scary scene here, right? So Halloween. What voice should I use for this, by the way? I don't really know if I should have a scary voice or my default voice is this old prospector voice. I don't know why I do that. It's the old prospector voice. It's the old mountain man. It's kind of the Pepperidge Farms guy. Like they're all combined into one, and that's the voice. And now it's the scary voice. So it goes from old mountain man to prospector to Pepperidge Farms to the old scary voice. And I was called out on that, as a matter of fact, recently. As recently as last night. Wait, let's divert here. Let's go back. Okay. So let me tell you this quick story. You don't mind, do you? I mean, if you have to go, that's okay. If you have to go somewhere, but come back. Anyway, here's a funny little story about the voice and about how lame I am and perhaps my friends around here. So we have a tradition here that's been going on for the past couple of years. My wife and I, every Sunday night, you listening, Margaret and John? My wife and I, every Sunday night, have dinner with our friends and neighbors, Margaret and John, every Sunday night. We call it Salmon Sunday. Now, you would think that every Sunday we have salmon for dinner. And that's kind of how it started out, and we often do. But not always. Sometimes we have, a pork roast or roast beef or her burgers or something else. Last night we had a very nice salad. Anyway, so that's very nice. These are dear friends, and they started that because for many years my wife had to work on Sunday, and she was just tired Sunday night, and it was a nice way to end out the week. Just like this is a nice way to start the week. That's how we ended the week. But Sunday's the beginning of the week, isn't it? Technically. But you know what I mean. So Salmon Sunday, every Sunday. That's where we are. That's what we do. Want to hear the lame part? Here's the lame part. We've started playing a game every Sunday night after dinner. The game is the 1974 board game by Milton Bradley, The Waltons. The Waltons board game. Did you know there was such a thing as the Waltons board game? You folks are old enough to know the Waltons. There's some younger people that are like, what are the Waltons? You all know the Waltons. I know you do. Well, they made a board game in 1974, and Margaret has that board game, so we've been playing that, and it's silly, but it's just fun. It's like a 5-minute game. Anyway, we were playing the Waltons, and I was talking about Zebulon, the grandfather, and I'm talking in this prospector voice, and my friends, they're like, "What's with the voice? What is that like a hillbilly voice, mountain person voice? Why do you do that voice? I don't know why." I was called out for my old prospector voice, old mountain man voice. That was a long story with not much of a point, but now you know a little bit more about me and my friends. Right. Well, I'm having fun tonight, and I hope you are too. So let's go back to the fun facts. What's a ghost's favorite drink? Well, it's booze, of course. Boo. Get it? It's just iced tea, though. Sweetened. Homemade. All right, so let me check the comments, see if... Nope. It's good. It's good. Everybody's hanging in there, talking to each other. That's fine. You can talk to each other. It's not about me. As I say, I am merely the facilitator of this Monday night gathering. So thanks for being here. Okay, so Halloween fun facts by the old prospector. Did you know that Halloween is even older than Christianity itself? It dates back more than 2,000 years. How about that? I'm skimming through these. Now, trick-or-treating has existed since medieval times. I don't know what year that is, but I know it's a long time ago. Taking candy from strangers on one night a year, and for one night only, isn't a new tradition. Back then, it was known as guising in Scotland and Ireland. So it started over there. Young people dressed up in costumes and went door to door looking for food or money in exchange for songs, poems, or other tricks. See that? They performed a trick to get a treat. Today, the tradition has morphed into children getting dressed up and asking for candy. Hardly anyone performs for their candy anymore. A simple thank you goes a long way. So, over there in Scotland and Ireland, they were guising. They were dancing for treats. Immigrants helped popularize the holiday in the United States. Again with the Irish. The Irish fled the potato famine in their country in the 1840s. They brought their Halloween traditions with them. The celebration spread across the country until the mischievous Halloween pranksters reached an all-time high in the 1920s. Some believe the community-based trick-or-treating became popular in the 1930s as a way to control excessive pranksters. We have a very popular Halloween parade here in our town, and I hear that it was also designed to give kids something to do instead of mischief. So, of course, Halloween is now the second largest commercial holiday in the country because everybody buys candy, and candy is very, very expensive. Okay, I'm reading. This is interesting. This one's a good one. Again, with the Irish here. The Irish also brought us jack-o'-lanterns. Did you know that? As the story goes, and I'll read this verbatim, word for word, right off the internet, so it's not plagiarism because I'm telling you that I'm reading it word for word. The website is goodhousekeeping.com. As the story goes, an Irishman named Stingy Jack tricked the devil and therefore was not allowed into heaven or hell. So he spent his days roaming the earth, carrying a lantern, hence the name Jack of the Lantern, Jack-o'-lantern. So, Jack-o'-lantern was a person who was not allowed into heaven or hell. Scary Jack. Also, jack-o'-lanterns, therefore, originated in Ireland. But once Halloween became popular in America, I didn't read the first line. The first line is that jack-o'-lanterns used to be carved out of turnips, potatoes, and beets. So the original jack-o'-lanterns were potatoes, which makes sense in Ireland. But when they came to America, they started using pumpkins. So there's a fun fact for you that you might not have known. There's also traditional Halloween bread in Ireland. Boy, I didn't know Ireland was such a Halloween place. Let's come back to America now quickly. Illinois, anybody here from Illinois? Raise your hand if you're from Illinois. If you're from Illinois, click the thumbs up. Say hi in the comments and say, hey, I'm from Illinois. Illinois produces up to 5 times more pumpkins than any other state. If you're in the market for a truly destination-worthy pumpkin patch, look to the heartland. The land of Lincoln has more than 15,000 acres devoted to gourd growing, according to the United States Department of Agriculture. These Illinois farms typically grow more than 500 million pounds of pumpkins annually. So that's where a lot of pumpkins come from. Candy corn was originally called chicken corn. No, candy corn was originally called chicken feed. Yep. And there's even a pumpkin patch in Hawaii, if you didn't know that. Oh, I just stepped on the thing. Should I go back? Stepped on it. All right, we're done here anyway. But this is the most fascinating thing to me. I talked about Michael Myers in the movie Halloween. Remember how creepy he was with the one-piece overalls, and that white mask. Well, you may have heard this before. You may have never heard this before. If you haven't heard this before, listen up. That mask that he wore came from a magic shop on Hollywood Boulevard. That mask is actually a mask of William Shatner. It's a William Shatner mask. And the producer, Tommy Lee Wallace, he picked up 2 masks from Hollywood Boulevard at a magic shop. One was a clown mask. The other was a William Shatner Captain Kirk mask from Star Trek. So here's how the story goes, word for word, in this website. Tommy came in with the clown mask on and everybody went, ooh, that's kind of scary. Then he put on the Shatner mask and everybody stopped dead and said, it's perfect. So actor Nick Castle told the New York Times, that's how the story went, they spray painted it white, made the eye holes bigger, and the rest is spine-tingling history. That mask is William Shatner. Did you know that? Let me know if you knew that before. And the fastest pumpkin carving took only 16.47 seconds in the Guinness Book of World Records. And the most popular costumes for kids in the United States are superheroes. Adults dress as witches more frequently, but kids' costumes are superheroes. That's great. We need kids to be superheroes and inspired by those. Top Halloween candy. Now, Margaret asked early on what your favorite candy was. The top Halloween candy. What do you think it is? I'll give you 3 seconds to guess. Top Halloween candy giveaway is Skittles. Skittles are the #1 Halloween candy. All right. Okay. That's it. Sad fun fact. Remember Harry Houdini, the great escape artist? He died on Halloween. It's true. But not by not escaping. He actually died from a ruptured appendix on Halloween in 1926. There you go. Chris does not like Skittles. Come on. I like them. I do like them. Good point, John, because they are cheaper than chocolate. That's true. Boy, candy is so expensive. What I really like are peanut M&Ms. Man, I can eat those until I shouldn't, but they're expensive. I think it's a racket. I think there's something to it. I'm looking back at comments now. Again, a lot of people helping Barbara. That is so great. So great. A lot of great suggestions. Right. Any questions? Any questions? You know what we'll do? Let's do a sticker giveaway. But guess what? I'm not prepared. I need to set this up because I forgot to do it ahead of time because I was busy making that fancy introduction. That intro, I was going to just do like a 30-second intro, but I thought let it run the whole 3 minutes. That music, which comes from Soundstripe, you can, if you're a video creator, you can get an account at Soundstripe. It's royalty-free music or licensed music. That is good stuff. I mean, production music has come a long way. I really enjoyed just listening to that music. Question for you: when that countdown was happening at the beginning, were you watching the tractor in the background, or were you one of those people watching the countdown and waiting for the numbers to get in sync with the music? Because that's what I was doing, and I know some of you were doing that. Like every now and then, the music would be in sync with the countdown, and then it would drift and it would get out of sync, and then it would come back and get into sync again. And I like that. I do. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this here sticker giveaway. Remember, you're gonna win all these stickers tonight, every single one of them, and everybody is welcome to participate. Everybody, that was right. Everybody gets a chance to win. So get ready. Thank you, Andy Tommy Tips. Thinking I was genius for using that music. It just was fun. I just thought it was fun to do something Halloween-y. I thought I had to do something Halloween. My favorite thing tonight is this switch. I was proud of myself for coming up with this. Like, ooh, scary. Oh, not scary anymore. Thought that was fun. Yeah, so let's do this. Where is it? There it is. They changed it from share screen to present. So now you have to know where that is. And we're going to share this. All right, so what you're going to do, if you're new to the live stream, here's the deal. I'm going to show you something on screen. You're going to type this word in the live chat exactly the way you see it. Could be all uppercase, could be all lowercase, could be a mix. Doesn't matter. It's not case sensitive. But there's going to be a hashtag with no space. So make sure you type the word hashtag exactly the way you see it. We'll do a random drawing. Someone tonight will win, and that's what's going to happen. So here's the word for tonight. Hashtag Skittle. Anybody guess that one? Well, let's do that. There we go. Hashtag Skittle is the word tonight. So make sure you enter that word. We'll let some music play. Enter that right now. I could read you another fun fact during this time. Some animal shelters used to suspend black cat adoptions for Halloween because they were afraid the animals were in danger from satanic cults. So they would not allow anyone to adopt a black cat on Halloween. Keene, New Hampshire, Keene. Anybody from Keene, New Hampshire? I know we have some New Hampshireites who watch the show. Keene, New Hampshire holds the record for the most jack-o'-lanterns on display. In October 2013, the city broke the record with 30,581 lit pumpkins displayed around town. Congratulations, Keene, New Hampshire. So if any town wants to break that record, you just need 30,582 lit pumpkins. Right? Okay. Look at us. We're going to wrap up right in time. We've got 26 entries. Let's get a few more. Can we get 30? Can we get 30 entries? Anybody can enter. To win all these stickers, all 4 of them, the bumper sticker, the black and white monochromatic sticker, the color sticker, and this cute little guy there. Yep, I just hit my mic. Okay. Well, we're gonna hit draw. One more. Give me 30. Somebody enter. Give me 30. If you enter more than once, it's not going to count, but... All right, I'm going to have to draw it then. Let's start the music again. There's our 30th entry. Thank you for that. Let's see who wins. I just have to get to the page now. Here we go. Drum roll. Come on. There it is. That's a good drum roll, isn't it? Mike Fenstermaker. Mike Fenstermaker, congratulations. You are the winner of tonight's sticker giveaway. Let's have a big round of applause and cheers for Mike Fenstermaker. Congratulations, Mike. Mike, I need you to do something for me. That was abrupt how I stopped that music. Mike, listen. Listen, Mike. Send me an email, if you would, Mike, at contactmcgtv@gmail.com with your name and your postal address, and I will mail these through the post office to your address that you provide to me, Mike Fenstermaker. So please email me, Mike. I appreciate that very much. And again, congratulations. Mike, hey, I just thought of something, and I need to apologize. I need to sincerely apologize to you this evening. A couple of you, not too many, but a couple of you have sent me some pictures to share for the viewer picture segment that I haven't done for a while. It's a lot of work putting that together. I mean, because I have to export the photo, put it in Photoshop. Anyway, I'm not complaining. I am complaining. I am, aren't I? I'm sorry. Listen. Anyway, a couple of you have sent me some viewer photos, and I meant to prepare those for tonight, and I didn't. I didn't do it. So I still have them in the email, and I appreciate it. But I will say that, again, if you'd like to share some pictures with the viewers here, pictures of your tractors, your equipment, your pets, your property, anything you think the viewers would enjoy seeing, you can email them to me at contactmcgtv@gmail.com, and if I can, I'll share them with the other viewers here. So that's what we'll do. Again, thanks for sending those pictures, and apologies for not showing them tonight. Let's look at some comments before we wrap up this evening. I do really appreciate Gary, but not Gary. I just want to say hi. Thanks for popping in, Gary. Good to see you from ITC. Quick Attach. Good to see you, Gary. That I appreciate hearing from you. You know, whether it be here in the live chat or in the comments on the videos, or sometimes people shoot me an email. I love to hear your suggestions, what you like about the channel, things that you'd like to see on the channel. I just really appreciate you watching so much. Mike, need a secretary. I could use a secretary. I could use a producer. I could use a camera operator. I could use a sound person. But I do it all, and I enjoy it. I'm also, I'm a bit of a, just like Pee Wee Herman said, I'm a bit of a loner, a rebel. I find it easy to shoot these videos when I'm out on the property myself, because I'm not I can be more comfortable, not feel like I'm wasting anybody's time. I can take my time with something. But sometimes it'd be nice to have a camera operator so that you can actually move and somebody can follow you with the camera. Where if you notice the videos, mostly for the most part, they're static shots, and all the action comes into the shot. So with a camera operator, the camera can follow the action. But anyway, we're good. We're all good. And Gary, that really appreciate that super sticker. Very generous. Thank you for that. Very much appreciated. I want to look at some comments, see if I missed anything. I have to stop doing that. I noticed that about myself. When I start thinking, I go like this, like a thinker, like, let me look at this. So Tony G, by the way, Tony G was the winner when we had our guest on last, and Tony G won not only the stickers but also won a hoodie, from Saw Hall. So congratulations, Tony G. Did you get the hoodie, Tony? Let us know. They were going to send that out to you right away, but it looked a pretty nice giveaway they did from the Saw Hall company. That was fun. All right. There we go. He got the hoodie. Great. Any other questions? I don't see any other questions. So I did a fun thing last night. No, I didn't. I did a fun thing Saturday night. I did a fun thing last night too. I played the Waltons board game. That was fun. The night before, I mentioned we have this parade, and they asked me to MC the parade. It was kind of different, but it was fun to do. I just kind of announced the floats as they came through, and that was fun. I was filling in for somebody, so I don't know if I'll do it again. If he'll come back next year. If I'm not mistaken, I think he said he was going to Ireland. Here we were talking about Ireland tonight. I don't know why I have to say it like that. I have to say Ireland when I do it. Oh my gosh, Chris, thank you for that question. Did everyone see Ross's Halloween video? You should check it out. Ross on the Land. When you're done here in the next couple of minutes, if you don't have anywhere to go since the game is called off for tonight because of weather, head on over to Ross on the Land on YouTube and watch his Halloween special. It's a really short video. I laughed out loud a couple of times, probably because I know Ross, so it was even more fun to watch. But Ross has a great sense of humor, and I really enjoyed it. So do head on over to Ross on the Land after this and check out the Halloween video. I may go over and watch it again after this because it was that fun. So yeah, John, that's right. Finally, the skeleton in his garage. We've seen that in the background in the past. Like, what's up with the skeleton? Yeah, do check it out. Fun stuff for sure. So, and again, stay in touch with me. Let me know in the comments. Shoot me an email. Let me know questions you have about the channel, the property, things you'd like to see. If I can help you in any way. I've made a lot of videos about the tractor. The weather's changing, so when that happens, it gets harder to make content. But I do have some things that I'm going to be putting out here shortly. I got a couple product videos. I don't take on products just because they're offered to me. I get a lot of offers all the time to feature a product on the channel, and I turn down 99.9999% of them. I just delete the email. Not something I want to put on the channel. But I've got a couple products that folks are sending over that I think you'll enjoy, and when I promote these things, I'm not being paid for it or anything. A lot of times they'll provide the product for me for free to try out, so that's kind of fun. But I try to take on any products that I genuinely think fit the channel and that you will enjoy. So I have one coming up here shortly that I think you'll enjoy, and actually a couple of them coming up. Other than that, though, let me know what you'd like to see on the channel, because I do so much appreciate you watching when you do. It means a lot to me. Means a whole lot. Warms my heart. So, happy Halloween. And come back next week. It should be here at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We do this every Monday night unless something else comes up. But for the most part, we have not missed many Monday nights. It's worked out really well to be here. So please come back next Monday night It's always a good time. Sometimes we have guests on the show, and that's always a good time. And other times it's just me having fun, enjoying talking with you. It's a great way to start at the week. It's a great way to connect together after a long week, and we just have a good time. That's all about having a good time and enjoying each other's company and being kind to one another. So I want to thank you for watching. Remember to hit that thumbs up. I do appreciate that. If you're watching tonight and you haven't subscribed to YouTube, you haven't followed on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, jump on over there and follow along, because you'll see some other different content there as well. So I do appreciate you so much. Thanks so much. Have a great week. Enjoy your family if you're trick-or-treating, and I look forward to seeing you next time.